Australia and New Zealand are two of the most unforgettable destinations in the Southern Hemisphere, but timing your trip correctly can completely change the experience. Welcome to the Wanderer Atlas. Today we're exploring the best time to visit Australia and New Zealand for summer 2026 and 2027. When it is winter in the Northern Hemisphere, Australia and New Zealand are entering summer. That means December, January and February are the main summer months, with long days, warm weather, outdoor adventures, beach trips, road journeys, festivals and peak travel energy. But here is the important thing. Australia and New Zealand are not the same kind of destination, and even within Australia, the weather can change dramatically depending on where you go. Let's start with Australia. Australia is huge. The weather in Sydney is not the same as the weather in Darwin. Melbourne does not feel like Cairns. Perth has a different rhythm from Brisbane. So instead of thinking of Australia as one weather zone, think of it as several travel regions. If you are visiting Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Tasmania, Perth, or the southern coast, summer can be a great time to go. You get warm days, beach culture, outdoor dining, coastal walks, and long evenings. Sydney is one of the best summer city destinations. You can visit Bondi Beach, Manly, the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, coastal walks, and nearby day trips like the Blue Mountains. Around New Year, Sydney becomes especially famous because of its fireworks and festive atmosphere. Melbourne is great for food, coffee, culture, street art, day trips, and the Great Ocean Road. Summer weather can be warm and lively, although Melbourne is known for changing conditions, so pack layers. Tasmania is one of the best summer choices in Australia. Because it is farther south, it can be more comfortable than hotter mainland regions. It is perfect for nature, hiking, road trips, national parks, wildlife, and dramatic coastlines. Perth and Western Australia can also be beautiful in summer, especially for beaches, sunsets, Rottnest Island and coastal drives. But inland areas can be very hot, so plan carefully. Now Northern Australia is different. Places like Cairns, Darwin, the Great Barrier Reef region and the tropical north often experience hotter, wetter and more humid conditions during the Southern Hemisphere summer. This does not mean you cannot visit, but it does mean you should understand the trade-off. If your dream is the Great Barrier Reef, rainforest, waterfalls or tropical landscapes, check the season carefully and expect more humidity and possible rain. For Northern Australia, the dry season from around April to September is often easier for many travellers. So for summer 2026-27, the best Australia route is usually focused on Sydney, Melbourne, Tasmania, Adelaide, Perth and southern coastal areas. Now let's move to New Zealand. New Zealand is one of the best summer road trip destinations in the world. December to February brings long daylight hours, warmer weather, open hiking trails, beach days, lake activities and scenic drives. If you want the most classic New Zealand experience, summer is a strong choice. The North Island offers Auckland, Rotorua, Hobbiton, Lake Taupo, Wellington, beaches, geothermal areas, Maori culture and coastal drives. The South Island offers Queenstown, Milford Sound, Mount Cook, Wanaka, glaciers, lakes, fjords, and some of the most dramatic landscapes in the world. If you love nature, the South Island will probably be the highlight. Summer gives better access to hiking routes, mountain views and road trips, although weather in New Zealand can still change quickly. For a first New Zealand trip, a good route could be Auckland, Rotorua, Wellington, Queenstown, Wanaka, Mount Cook and Milford Sound. If you have more time, add Abel Tasman, Kaikoura, Franz Josef or Christchurch. Now, should you visit in December, January or February? December is beautiful because summer is beginning and the holiday mood is strong. But late December can be busy because of Christmas and New Year travel. January is peak season, weather is warm, days are long, and everything feels alive. But prices can be higher and famous places may be crowded. February may be the best balance. The weather is still summery, but the holiday rush can start easing in some areas. For many travellers, February is one of the smartest months for Australia and New Zealand. Now, how should you combine both countries? If you have 2 weeks, choose one country. Trying to cover both Australia and New Zealand in 2 weeks can feel rushed. If you have 3 weeks, you can do a shorter combination, Sydney and Melbourne in Australia, then Queenstown and South Island highlights in New Zealand. If you have 4 weeks or more, you can build a stronger route across both countries. Here is a simple plan. For Australia, focus on Sydney, Melbourne, the Great Ocean Road, Tasmania or Perth. For New Zealand, focus on Queenstown, Wanaka, Mount Cook, Milford Sound, and maybe Auckland or Rotorua. Here are a few important tips. Book early, especially around Christmas, New Year and January. Rent cars early if you are planning road trips. Bring sun protection because UV can be strong. Do not underestimate distances in Australia. Pack layers for New Zealand, even in summer. Leave extra time for scenic stops because both countries are made for slow travel. So what is the final answer? For Australia, summer 2026-27 is best for southern cities, beaches, coastal routes, Tasmania, and outdoor culture. For New Zealand, summer is excellent for road trips, hiking, lakes, fjords, and long scenic days. If you want warmth, beaches, and city energy, choose Australia. If you want mountains, lakes, and dramatic road trips, choose New Zealand. If you have enough time, combine both and you will experience one of the greatest Southern Hemisphere journeys in the world. Subscribe to the Wanderer Atlas for more seasonal travel guides, destination ideas, and practical tips for planning unforgettable trips.